Okay. I'll praise to the Most High. Welcome back to Chase Name. Beauty. B-U-T. What is beauty, y'all? Because we know the world defines beauty as something that is outwardly, right? It is an outward thing when when anybody mentions beauty, it's always the looks. How beautiful your hair look, how beautiful your face look, your lips, your eyes, your nose, your figure, right? In this world is an outward thing. But what is beauty according to the Most High?
First Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Whose adorning let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair, in a wearing of gold, or of putting on apparel. Verse 4. But let it be the hidden of man, the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh of great price.
Uh, because this beauty should be, the T should stand for Torah. Okay, Torah. Um, so this beauty that we're talking about is something experienced through a person's character rather than their appearances. You see that? That's what the Most High is looking at. Your character, not your appearance.
1 Samuel 16, verse 7. But the Most High said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. So the Most High see it not as a man see it. For a man look at on the outward appearance, but the Most High look at on the heart.
Look not on the countenance, look not on his beauty, okay? Look not on his stature, how tall he is, how, firmed and chiseled his arms are, or how shapely her waist is, or all these things. Okay. For the Most High see it not as man sees, because we can only see outwardly. That's all we see. That's what we judge on. That's the first thing that we see. Okay. But for man, look at on this outward, but the Most High looking at the heart. Is outer beauty important?
To oneself, I have to say that, to oneself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You should want to look good. Everybody should want to look good. They want to look their best.
Okay.
But I don't think you should judge another person's appearance.
Okay.
But that's where our society is, because they want us to look at other people because that is considered beauty. It's not. We're all a beauty in our own way.
Right.
We all of us have something very special that somebody else doesn't have, and in a very unique way.
As far as the outward?
Yeah, I've always found that fascinating. I would see people and I'm like, oh my goodness, you're gorgeous. And they look at me like I'm strange. Like, you're beautiful. You know how beautiful you are? And they look at me like, I'm not gay. You just pretty. Just,
Can.
yeah, but You know,
I do that a lot too. And I'd be like, okay, sometimes I don't say nothing because I don't want everybody to think that you know, swinging the fence or nothing like that. But
yeah,
we do, we can admire another person for it's just the, we call it a distinctive looks or different characteristics as far as the outer appearance. Deborah, you
yes.
had something else you were saying?
Well, basically what she said, but also the flip side is you can be gorgeous on the outside, but shallow on the inside. And it's
Wow.
inward beauty. If you're not an attractive person, but your inward beauty will make you attractive. And I've seen
Exactly.
it well.
Time, time. Exactly, because you, you took the words out of their mouth, because if you have a beautiful or pretty face or an attractive look and your attitude stinks towards people, or your tone of voice is just not good, then it fades your attractiveness on on the outside. It fades it. And I actually know somebody. I didn't know nothing about this back then, because obviously I was in the world still and everything is seen through man's eyes. But he had what we, I guess, in society would call a not so attractive woman. And he knew that he had a not so attractive woman on the outside. But he loved her dearly, and he was very attractive, according to this world, very attractive. um every, like, he was football player. It's the same thing we just read in First Samuel 16 and 7. His stature, his countenance, all this stuff. But the woman that he chose, we would say that she is not as attractive according to the world's standards. But everybody knew this same female, her her inner beauty shined out. It made her look beautiful. Like, she had so many, like, friends. You would think that she was the captain of the cheer team, okay? Because she just exude like this femininity, this softness about her. She was so kind and so gentle with people, and I never heard her yell or she she looked beautiful because of her inner beauty.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's what we're talking about, because this is what the Most High is seeing. Because when you look through the book, and yes, of course, he does make his daughters, uh, you know, um, beautiful outwardly, but that is not the correct characteristics that he wants you to lead with. Okay. And this is why we see in the book that you won't see that he's looking for the outer appearance. He says, don't do these things. Okay. Um, inner beauty will not fade with time. Inner beauty don't fade. Okay. And these inner beauty characteristics and qualities are only given to godly women. You realize that?
Mhm.
You realize that? Because an ungodly woman, she's not exuding any of the inner beauty qualities, right?
And as
Loudness. Go ahead, Sid.
age will diminish that outward beauty, but that inward beauty is going to be there whether you're young or old. It will be
Calm,
there.
calm, calm. Whether you're young or old, calm. It will not fade, but the outward will. And things go south, things go left, things grow wide, things grow, you know what I'm saying? But your inner beauty, um, these are only given to godly women. Like I was saying, ungodly woman, you won't find this inner beauty because it's something rotten there. I don't know how else to put it. It's something rotten there in the inside, and it comes out. It comes out. Like, for example, like these so-called beautiful entertainers and all these people we see in, and a lot of our sisters out there that are adorning themselves outwardly, what you see them doing. Like, they're not modest, they're not submissive, they're loud, they're stubborn, they are very mean to people. Like, I'm sure some of y'all know these people that you grew up with in school, like the snobby girl, because she knew she was hot or fine or whatever. All the boys like her. She was just nasty to people because she always get what she wanted, or felt she was entitled. Right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all never met none of those girls? I did.
Yeah, they out here now.
They're still out here. They ain't gone nowhere. They ain't gone nowhere. Those are the outer beauty girls. Okay, that's the outer beauty clique. And we one time, don't lie, y'all, raise your hand if you're with me. Like, I wanted to be part of that crew, the outer beauty crew, you know, but that was not the most. I ain't looking at that. He is not looking at that. That is not beauty according to his standards. Those things will fade and those things will lead you to a place where you're miserable, okay? Because you're fighting with yourself because guess what? You're wondering why the the women that conduct themselves in a way that is not outwardly are getting favor with the Most High. Okay, not favor by the world, but favor with the Most High. Why they have husbands that want to take care of them and not being baby mamas, you know? And the way you can obtain this inward beauty, y'all, is simple to get closer to the Most High. To get closer to the Most High. I've literally seen sisters that are seeking His word, seeking His face, light up on their YouTube videos, light up when they're in front of me. To call names, but I'm not. But there's a beauty. You know how when you look at a sister, and you're like, you just look radiant today. You just look radiant today. Something different. Okay, that's that inward beauty because she didn't do anything different. She didn't put on any makeup, any lip, no, nothing, maybe a little bit of lip balm, but that inner beauty is radiating. Okay, radiating. There's a so 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 can we give some examples of what inner beauty looks like?
Would that
I
be like not trying to gain attention from others? Kind of like being quiet?
Quiet and not trying to get attention. That's like shamefaced, right? Shamefaced, exactly. Shamefaced and quiet, not trying to gain attention. You don't, that inner beauty does not need to seek attention. That's outwardly. It's outwardly. And the most I don't see it. We've been doing this wrong the whole time, y'all. We've been doing it wrong. Okay.
Selfless.
Selfless?
Mm-hmm.
Con. Con. That's a big one right there, too. That is a big one. Because when you walk around only thinking about yourself and me, I, and give to me, and you're not, reaching out to others or anything like that, that is such an ugly quality, y'all. Because we know that because even Christ came and he was a servant to others. He didn't come here for himself. He was put on a cross for us. That is selfless. Okay. That's the opposite of being selfish. You're only thinking about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not putting others' needs before you even thinking about others' needs, period. You go into the store, you got some other sisters there, and you're not, hey, y'all need anything from the store, or, you know, simple things. A sister in need and you didn't offer a hand or help or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's an ugly trait. That is an ugly trait, you
I
know.
want to share something um
Mhm.
with you sisters, and some of you may not understand it, but I want to share this with you. My mother shared this with me. I was a little girl and I was very shy, very bashful. I was bullied, and after she saw that, she made me come home. I was about 6 years old. She made me take my clothes off and stand in the mirror. She told me to stand in front of the mirror, and she closed the door and she said, I want you to stand in this mirror, and then I want you to just look at you. At 6 years old, I didn't understand that. I really didn't. I stood in the mirror and I saw me, and I just looked at my body. I just was in there for a long time just looking. So she came back. She said, do you understand? I said, not really. She says, what do you don't like about you? Look in the mirror and say what you don't like. So I said what I didn't like. And she said, really? Okay. So what can you do about it? She said, you have several years to figure it out, what you can do to change what you want for your body. So as I got older, I reflected on the mirror. Like Michael Jackson, that song, The Man in the Mirror. And I really like that because it is so true. When we're able to look at ourselves and see the wrong in us, then we can correct it. But before you can correct it in somebody else, you got to see what's in you. And before you can give to anybody, you have to be able to give to yourself. That means you must love yourself first before you can love anybody and anything. You must be able to do that. And when you're able to do that, you're such a beautiful person. Now, I was bullied because I was a nice person and I didn't understand what niceness was. I really didn't. And now that my age, I'm older now, I'm hitting 65, I could care less how people feel about me. I love me so much, I can sing and dance and go outside naked and don't care about what nobody feels about me because I love me. And if I can help you, I'll help you. The beauty in me is what I see in others. That's what I got out of life. And when you read scriptures, you're able to identify what Yah is talking about. And it's times when you read, you'll cry. When you cry and read scriptures, sisters, then you got it. Then you have it. No matter what anybody says to you, your husband may get on your nerves, your children may get on your nerves, but you have to be able to understand why they're doing that. There's something about you at that particular time that they don't understand, but they will get it. And you know why they'll get it? Because you're going to help them get there. You're going to help them to achieve anything. To me, that is beauty. And I just want you all to understand that all the sisters on here, I think you have some beautiful sisters. You're beautiful and unique in your own way. But love yourself enough where nobody can tear it down. When they talk about Jericho, they're talking about the wall. They're talking about you, your body. Your woman is a temple. How much is your temple? How much of your temple are you willing to have it torn down from the outside world? You won't let your husband tear your temple down. Why are you going to let somebody else tear it down?
Yeah.
Get to know you, love you, your imperfections, love it. And what you don't like about you, fix it.
Fine. I'm so glad you brought that out because that was one of the it says how do you gain inner beauty? And one of them was to practice self-acceptance. Okay, because a lot of us we beat ourselves down. I think we did a conversation on that before, but we tear ourselves down with words and not liking things about ourselves, but you your own self. Like if there's something that you don't like, do something about it. But you have to get to a point where you have self-acceptance. The other point it says to focus on your strengths and positive qualities, okay? Because it can outweigh, okay, some of your weakest points. Because remember, all of us, like where I know where I'm weak at. One of my sisters is strong. Where I'm weak at in my marriage, my husband is strong. You see what I'm saying? So if
Done.
you focus on the positives and the strength that you have, okay, why focus on the weak points? I mean, well, you can you can make those weak points stronger, okay? But you focus and you build your strengths, okay? Where you were weak, the Christ will be strong for you. Okay. Um, and then the other thing was to we need to surround ourselves with people that are supportive and positive. And that's why he says to gather yourselves together. Okay. How do you gain that beauty, that inward beauty? Supportive and positive people, not people that are going to continue to tear you down. And this world is tearing us down, y'all. Again, when we start off, it's always about your outer beauty and how you gotta keep up with the trends and all this other stuff. It's all outward. That is tearing you down. Okay. That is tearing us down. We have to take care of ourselves physically and emotionally. Okay, if you have pimples on your face, I break out all the time. I don't know why, I'm still trying to figure it out. Change your diet. Figure it out. Go to a dermatologist, something. Okay, don't sit there and beat yourself up. But again, you can fix, those are things that you can fix, but the inward beauty is something that is given to you, something that you only attain from the Most High if you seek in His face. Okay, like again, the examples like Sister Chantel says was, you said the selfless, quietness, shamefacedness, okay, um, meekness, meekness, gentleness. These are these are the this is beauty. This is what the Most High give to you, put in you, and when He made you together, He put those things in you. It's just for you to activate them. Okay, is you to decide. Hey, I'm going to pull. I'm going to use. I'm going to do this. It's there. Okay, don't let the world cover you up like they do with makeup and tell you that you can't use it. Your natural inner beauty is there. Okay. I know y'all see so many times that when we see our sisters beat the nines out of their face, I don't know what they call it today. I could say beating the face still. But when they take the makeup off, a lot of the times for our sisters, they look even better without the makeup. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So the world is telling you, no, you don't need to be gentle. No, you don't need to be submissive. You could be, strong, independent, blah, blah, blah. See what I'm saying? They're trying to get you from actually exuding the inner beauty that you do have by putting all that makeup all over your body with this outward nonsense. Okay. Purity, honesty, honesty. When somebody isn't honest with you, when they lie to your face or go behind your back and stab you in the back, that's not beauty. That's not beautiful. That's not nice. That's not godly. Okay. Our kindness, femininity. Femininity is beautiful. Listen, y'all, that one right there in itself, just look up femininity and do everything that it says that's inward to help build your inner beauty.
But
Okay.
they're trying to take the beauty, they're trying to take the femininity from women. You know that, right? They're
Right. That's
trying to
what I'm
take that
saying.
from us.
That's what I'm saying.
But we need to understand something, ladies. You do not have to, you don't have to argue with somebody about being a woman. Don't ever get into that. Don't ever get into an argument with anybody trying to tell you what a woman should be, because that's what they're trying to do. I and in 2 weeks we'll be going through this. But I remember I was on my job and they did that. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? I said, man, I ain't got to, you don't have to prove nothing to anybody. And if you start doing that, you're gonna lose yourself.
Time, time. Because
TV,
it's hmm?
TV, computers, music, especially music. You're listening to the
Right,
wrong music, you in trouble.
right, right. Because those are the world standards of what it actually is. That's the world's standard. And that's what, like you said, they pushing on us, and we're going crazy trying to fit it, trying to, you know, do all of that. You
Yeah.
know, we spend thousands trying to attain this beauty that they speak of when we lack it where the Most High says it should be. Okay. And
You
it's
know,
in your makeup. It's in that makeup when he created you. You just have to pull that out. You got it,
we're in
Amara.
we're in a time of evil. We're in a time of Babylon.
Right.
And we need to understand that.
Right.
That's why, we read and our house should be in order. I hear sisters talk about it all the time. Get your house in order. And
Yeah,
it is deep.
it is. But one of the things I was saying that, when we do that, we tend to look at this and that. Again, when you get your house in order, you got to start with yourself, with your temple, okay? With your temple. So we, as women, we need to get ourselves in order, okay? All right. And that starts with having that inner beauty, the fruits of the spirit. Galatians 5. Are we exuding that? Are we coming back to our femininity? Okay. Um, all these sisters in here that come to chase conversations, they all wear their head wrap when the Bible is coming out, when they're praying and prophesying. We're not worrying about what our hair looks like when we come to the Sabbath day. It might be beautiful up under there, braided up and all that stuff, but it's covered up. What I'm saying is the inner beauty is there because you're keeping the laws. You're letting the Most High and His Holy Spirit shine through you in the way that you take exactly what He says and your characteristics, and it shows because you're being gentle, you're being soft spoken with your husband, you're being soft spoken you're being uh selfless with your brethren, with your sisters, you're being gentle with your children, right? Gentle with your children. There's no reason to yell and scream and tear them down. There's no reason to do that. And that's a different lesson because that does a lot to our children when we yell and scream at them. That is not the way to do it. Now it says try to, spare not the rod, yes, but when you yell and scream and tear your child down, that does something to that child. But you know, let it not be the outward adorning, y'all. First Peter chapter 3, verse 3 to 4. Because that is not beauty. And the T again stands for Torah. Okay. So, yes, all praise to the Most High. Your husband finds you attractive on the outward. All praise to the Most High. Fine. That's a plus. But that cherry on top, I could bet any money. Okay. Bet any money that cherry on top, is it the cherry on top or the cake? No, that was just the cherry on top. But he got the whole cake when he found out that you have inward beauty, that you were submissive, gentle, soft-spoken. You know when to what to say and when to say it, not talking over him. You were shamefaced, you were committed, you were kind, you were feminine, you were selfless. Okay. He got the whole cake. And your attractiveness on the outside was just a cherry on top. Okay. Lead with that. Lead with that. And if you're not married, you will find yourself a husband, a righteous husband, when you lead with inner BUT, because you're living in Torah. Okay, you're living, thus say the Most High, not outwardly, but inwardly, which the Most High sees, and it just reflects. That's why you caught the man that you have today. There was something there already, and it just grew and grew and grew. With that being said, hope to see you next time. Same place, same beauty Chase made is our
Our duty.
That's right.